Hey guys, oh my god, I look like shit. Okay, the hoodie stays on. I'm currently like in a very weird stage of my hair right now. Cut my own hair and now I just don't know what to do with it. So we're just gonna put the hoodie on and just move on. Hey you guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It has been a while. I actually have never filmed this kind of like sitting down filming, talking videos. But apparently today I'll be giving you guys advice. I'm a advice channel now. School is starting really soon and I thought that it might be fun, interesting,
useful
if I shared stuff that I wish I knew before entering university.
uni.
A new chapter in a lot of people's lives and it's gonna get a bit crazy. I'm gonna be a year 2 communication studies student at NTU. If you're coming to Week in Week, hi, welcome to the family. Okay, year 1 for me was really confusing, trying to navigate all this new uni stuff, and obviously in Sem 2, COVID-19 hit. So it really like disrupted the uni experience. The semester ended with exams being cancelled and us being kicked out of hall. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is that I think the uni experience is still gonna be kind of the same, in a sense that you're still gonna meet the same snakes that you meet in uni. So I'm gonna try to give you guys the realest advice that I can give. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything because I feel like before you enter uni, a lot of people are gonna say a lot of shit. So hopefully this video is useful. And if it is, give it a like. Every time you find like useful advice. You will be lost, especially at the start. Embrace it. When you first go into uni, you're gonna be bombarded with like a bunch of whole new information that will be foreign to you. Course registration, exchange, you know, just general hall things like living in hall, getting around school. The whole experience can be really confusing because you're experiencing all these new things at once. Okay, so it can get overwhelming at times. My advice is never do things alone. Get a group of friends that you can do it with. Ask your seniors for advice or help, or even ask the school if you somehow can't find people to help you. The school will always try to help you. Just go through it, but know that everyone is kind of going through the same thing and you will be okay. Next one, you're gonna have to be more independent. I don't know why, when I first entered uni, I just thought that, you know, it's gonna be kind of like the same. I've been in new environments all the time, in secondary school, in JC, but uni is a totally different ballgame, okay? Uni will force you to grow up, especially if you're living in hall. Because, I don't know, it's like a new experience trying to juggle academics and then you have to juggle like your own living situation in hall. And I know that when people talk about hall life, you know, you think about drinking with friends, going for late night supper runs, and going clubbing, which might not be a thing because of COVID-19, but hall life is really so much more than that, and what people don't really talk about is, you know, the adulting side of it, like doing your laundry, buying your groceries, setting aside time to clean your room. Basically, you have to be more responsible and you will learn how to deal with shit by yourself. Like dealing with an ant infestation in your room because NTU is literally a jungle and it's literally not your fault, but you have to deal with it anyway. Or like, I don't know, just making sure you have 3 meals a day because for some reason, I was always starving and I didn't eat or I forgot to eat. School is also like
way more independent
than it was before. It's less straightforward, it's less linear. It's definitely a different experience than say secondary school or JC. I can't say for poly because I didn't go to poly, but you're gonna have a lot of autonomy to decide what your uni experience is gonna be like, you know, what mods you're gonna take and how you just want to kind of live your life in uni. Like nobody's gonna send you to detention if you didn't do your readings, but you're gonna be left behind. Or like if you're living in hall, like your mom is not gonna scream at you for not cleaning your room, but do you want to live in trash? Next! Number 3 is about managing your expectations. Manage your expectations about 2 things, about friends and about your school life. You're gonna meet a whole bunch of new people when you enter uni, from your camps, from hall, from the different school activities that you might be involved in. And it's sad to say that you might meet a lot of people, but these friendships tend to be superficial and they will kind of fizzle out and dissolve because uni is like a really big place and I don't know, sometimes it can feel really lonely because everyone's just doing their own thing. Even if you have like friends that you meet in uni, they might be taking different mods or be from different schools and have totally different schedules, so it's really hard to meet and kind of sync your schedules in that sense. What I'm trying to say is if you find yourself not having like a core group of friends or you feel a bit lonely, trust me, it's totally normal, okay? You're gonna find your people when you find your people and you just gotta keep putting yourself out there, but also don't feel pressured to hang out with people just because you feel like you need to have friends. I think it's much better if you just be yourself and you'll attract the people that you're supposed to attract and not attract the wrong attention, because there's just a lot of different kinds of people in uni and you just want to be with the right crowd. So trust me, it might feel a bit lonely, but you're gonna have friends and you're gonna have a good ass time in uni. About school, I wanted to add this in because I don't know, for me, before I entered school, a lot of people were telling me a lot of things, a lot of good things actually about my school, but I kind of feel it was a bit overhyped. So you might want to manage your expectations and remember that school is school at the end of the day. It's a place where you have to study and work hard, and there'll be a lot of people who are doing that. So don't overhype the school experience for yourself. Once it dies down after orientation, it's school. Keep track of your time. For some reason, time in uni just runs on a different clock and everything just moves very quickly. You're gonna enter uni, you're gonna do your orientation, and then you're gonna realize, wait, orientation is over, and then it's your first submission, and then you realize it's midterms, and then it's finals. And then you're like, where did all the time go? Time is really gonna pass really quickly because you have the autonomy to kind of decide your own schedule, and some people pack it to like 3 working days, or if you get a shitty timetable,
Like me?
you're still gonna have a lot of time in between classes or after classes. So my advice is, you know, actually I can't really advise on this because I'm really bad at managing my time, but just a heads up, I guess. I'm still learning. Next one, don't underestimate year 1. Don't believe anyone that says that year 1 don't need to study, year 1 you can just play, or year 1 is your honeymoon year. Nada! Why I say this is because, you know, in year 1 you get to set your GPA, and I feel like that kind of sets the tone for your next few years. And if you start off with a shitty GPA, it's really hard to pull it up. And anyway, in year 1 you're gonna be kind of doing the easier mods. So it's still gonna be difficult, but technically they're supposed to be more manageable. But of course, year 1 is really fucked up. Like, you're gonna have so much fun and do so many stupid things. But just remember, okay, you're there to study. Coming from me. Next one, working and studying isn't always a good idea. I came into year 1 wanting to work because I wanted to support myself, and I thought that, you know, it's gonna be okay because you're gonna have a lot of time. But my advice really is straight up, keep your semester 1 kind of free and start on a clean slate, because there were a lot of unexpected things in year 1 for me, so it might be the same for you, and you want to just be able to gauge the amount of pressure and stress that you might go through before taking up a job. For some context, I from time to time work as a video producer, and there was one time in year 1 where I had to fly off to KL for a week, and it was really bad and disruptive for my studies. I think that I overestimated how much I could handle. I mean, the thing is, there are a lot of jobs that, you know, you might be able to get that might be able to work with the schedule, so go for that, but I would really recommend that you keep your semester 1 free. The next one is gonna be low-key controversial. And I'm scared to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Your GPA doesn't matter that much. I'm gonna put a disclaimer here first and foremost because I don't want to get flamed by people, but this applies mainly to creative and artistic degrees and not really STEM related degrees. That's science, technology, economics and math. And I say this because, okay, in the creative industry, they're really focused on what you can do and what you have done. So basically your portfolio. I only really internalized this when I went to an ad agency and they were telling me that they don't even look at GPA. And I was like, what? And that makes sense because in the creative industry, they're looking for people who can do stuff. And it really doesn't make sense if you have like a perfect GPA, but then you can't do all these things. So back to my point about working, if the work that you do is kind of in line with the industry you're going into, I would say get that work experience. I think it would really set you apart from your peers. But I'm not saying fuck your GPA, okay? Don't go and tell your mom like, this guy says
Your GPA doesn't matter.
it does, but it's not a means to an end. Actually, what does it mean to an end? Basically, when you're in uni, your end goal is to enter the workforce, and if the workforce demands something different of you and that's not GPA, you kind of have to re-strategize and see what's the best way to get there. Because you don't want to work so hard for a perfect GPA and then realize like, fuck, I can't get a job. And I feel like this is something that people don't really think about when they're in uni because they're just like going through with the motions and stuff. So find out from your lecturers or people who are in the industry that you might know, like your aunties, your uncles, your parents, or like go to those like work fairs and try to get like more information about the industry you're going into. If they don't care about your GPA or they don't really kind of value it as much, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I don't mean like don't care about your GPA, still kind of care about it, but it's just fun to say fuck your GPA. Next. Back with another unpopular opinion, and this might actually be really unpopular. Choose mods that you're interested in rather than those that are easy. Every time I ask for mod recommendations, people will say, okay, this mod is easy, that mod is easy, this mod you can find the answers online, or some seniors have it. And really ask yourself, like, is taking that mod going to enrich your uni experience? Because in uni, you're gonna have certain mods called unrestricted electives. That's what they call it in NTU. I don't know if they use the same terminology in different unis, but it's basically modules that you can take outside of your degree. And it's really a good opportunity to kind of branch out and expand your horizons, and take things that you would not normally learn in school. And this is important because now you're doing a degree and you're supposed to be challenging yourself. I think the main reason why people always recommend easy mods is that they're scared of tanking their GPA and not doing well and failing. I say fuck it. Challenge yourself, fail, make mistakes, and that's how you really truly learn. I took level 1 Spanish and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Every time someone asks me to, drop a interesting fact about myself, I just say like, hey, I can speak Spanish. Hola, yo me llamo Khair. Yo soy estudiante de comunicaciones en NTU. Yo hablo inglés y malayo y un poco español. It's fun, and it's like people who don't speak Spanish are like, holy shit.
Ay, papi.
Another piece of important advice is approach everything with an open mind. I say this because a lot of people are going to try to influence your thoughts, your opinions, your views, even before you go through certain things, okay? There was this one mod that I took in year 1. It was a compulsory mod, so I couldn't run from it anyway, and people were talking smack about the lecturer. They were just saying about how the mod is not useful when you move up. Honestly, I kind of believed them, and I had a negative experience, or at least had negative vibes from it. And I think a lot of people in my batch were also having negative vibes because we took this advice from seniors. But then personally for me, when I look back at it, it wasn't that bad. And actually, I learned a lot from the mod. So all that negative talk was really just them complaining. And I don't know, the thing is sometimes people really have good advice. So really keep an ear out for those. And I guess take everything people say with a grain of salt. Heck, take everything I say with a grain of salt. Because honestly, your experience is your experience. And people might have experienced it differently. I think I said experience too many times, but you get what I'm saying.
And before I go, I just want to say, it matters not what you've done, but what you do with what you've done for others. Thank you.
Just keep an open mind, you're in a new environment, have fun, fuck it up. The last one, important for both life and school. Don't compare yourself with others. You know that quote that says, don't compare your chapter 2 to someone's chapter 20? Yeah, that's really cheesy, but it's really true. I don't know why this came up really much more in uni, because I think in uni you're gonna meet a lot of people from different walks of life. There are gonna be people who are smarter than you, who are just more experienced than you, who are more privileged than you. There will also be this breed of annoying people who will keep asking for your GPA or your grades, and it's not because they are concerned about how you're doing. It's because they just want to compare for the sake of comparing, and it's honestly fucking annoying. And if you're doing it, stop. I think in uni, what you have to realize is all of us are on our different journeys and our different paths, and it's really cheesy to say, but it's really true. And if you have an end goal in mind and you know how to work towards that end goal, it becomes much more manageable when you find yourself in situations that make you feel like you're less than. No one's better than you, no one's worse than you. Don't be an asshole. That's it. And don't judge other people, because you don't want to get judged, so don't judge other people. Okay, so we've come to the end of today's video. If you need more advice about stuff, you can always leave it down in the comments below. If I've left out anything and you have more advice and you're currently a uni student, or you just have advice to give, leave it down in the comments below. And if you made it this far, thank you, I guess. Do I say thank you for people watching my video? I don't know. Hit the subscribe button. Apparently over 98% of people who watch my videos aren't subscribers, and I don't know why. And I really have to pee right now, so I gotta go, okay? Bye, love you the most, have fun in uni, bye. Haha.